Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and I'm proceeding today's class in connection with what I did yesterday. हमने पिछले दिन क्या डिस्कस किया? We discussed yesterday that IELTS summary means the IELTS writing exam task number 1 will be answered in 5 steps. The step number 1 that we decided yesterday, it was designing of idea in 2 minutes. I mean, we should plan before writing that what we intend to write. For an example, in front of us, here is a picture. So now this picture contains what? This picture contains number 1. This picture contains one question. I should decrease the font a bit, and now it is in front of you all. So now this picture contains a question on its top. So here is the question. The graph below shows the differences in the wheat exports over 3 different areas. So now here's the question. And write a report to university lecturer describing the information shown below. So here is the question, that write a report, and what this picture is, the graph below shows the differences in the wheat exports over 3 different areas. So now, if we see this picture, here is the title, wheat exports from 1985 to 1990, and the million tons, the figure is in the million tons. And there are 3 countries which are mentioned here. These are Australia, Canada, and European Community. Here are the years, which are total 6 in number. And here are the trends of, number 1 is the trend of Canada. It is the trend of Australian exports. It is the trend of the European Community export. So now what we will do in first 2 minutes, we will look at the picture and we'll make a mind what I have to write. Okay. What I will write in introduction, what I will write in the overview, what I will write in the explanation. We will make mine in first 2 minutes. The second step that we discussed yesterday, we will work on during the summary writing, that will be the introduction writing. I told you people yesterday that we will be using paraphrasing method for writing the introduction. What do you mean by the paraphrasing method? We would be using rewording method. Paraphrasing method means rewording method. What we have to reword? We will read the first sentence of the question. The graph below shows the differences in the wheat exports over 3 different areas. It is sentence number 1, and we will reword this sentence. And we will add title of the picture in this sentence if this title is not covered. So if we reword this first sentence and we add title of the picture here into this sentence and we make them, combine them together, these will design my introduction of the summary, and this is known as the paraphrasing method. What is paraphrasing method? Rewording method. How we will write the introduction of a summary question? We will write introduction of a summary question with paraphrasing method, means rewording method. What we will reword? We will reword the first sentence of the question and we will reword the title of the picture. We will add title of the picture in the first sentence of the question, and these 2 combinedly will design my introduction for a summary. Number 1. Number 2. Always use present tense while writing the introduction because you are explaining the picture today. You are writing the introduction of the picture today. When I will explain, I will write the explanation. If data is older, I will use the past tense. But in introduction, all of us should use the present tense because we are writing the report today. And in introduction, we simply introduce what it is. And what it is should be explained in the present tense. Explanation, I would be working on in the past tense if the data is old. So now, we will spend only 2 minutes and we will be using 1 paragraph, and roughly this will make our introduction of about 35 words. So now, I'm going to write the introduction. Now you see. The graph below shows graph. I will change the word of the graph and I will write the graph and I will change it. The line chart shows, illustrates. When there are 2-3 lines work together, I will always use comparative analysis. The graph illustrates comparative analysis. I will write afterward now. Comparative analysis in of wheat export will remain wheat export, over will remain over, three will remain three, different, multiple areas, regions over the span of 5 years. Yesterday, I explained in the vocabulary that for the time gap, we can use the word span, time period, track of time, tenure. We can use multiple words. Today, we will use span of 5 years from 1985 to 1990, full stop. The export figure, I have written vocabulary yesterday. For the number of, for the total, we can write the word total, totality, quantum, figure. We can use all these words. So I will write quantum. The export quantum is presented in the million tons. What I did, I reworded the first sentence of the question and I added the title of the picture therein too. And these combinedly made what? These combinedly made the introduction. Now for Pakistani students, अगर हम क्वेश्चन के पहले सेंटेंस रीवर्ड कर देते हैं और उसमें टाइटल ऑफ द पिक्चर ऐड कर देते हैं तो दोनों मिलके हमारे लिए इंट्रोडक्शन बना देंगे. हमें इंट्रोडक्शन लिखते हुए प्रेजेंट टेंस को यूज करना चाहिए क्योंकि आज लिख रहे हैं. अगर डाटा पुराना हुआ तो एक्सप्लेनेशन में मैं पास्ट टेंस यूज करूंगा, मैं ओवरव्यू में भी जाके पास्ट टेंस यूज करूंगा. मगर अगर डेटा पुराना नहीं है तो मैं सारे का सारा समरी जो है वो प्रेजेंट टेंस में लिखूं, ये सबसे अच्छा है. मगर अगर डेटा पुराना है तो इंट्रोडक्शन लिखूंगा प्रेजेंट टेंस के अंदर, फिर मैं ओवरव्यू लिखूंगा पास्ट में और एक्सप्लेनेशन भी लिखूंगा पास्ट में. ओवरव्यू का पहला सेंटेंस प्रेजेंट में हो सकता है मगर बाकी सारे सेंटेंसेस पास्ट में चले जाए. फिर एक्सप्लेनेशन भी कहां चली जाएगी? पास्ट टेंस. इंट्रोडक्शन बनाने का तरीका क्या समझाया सर ने? इंट्रोडक्शन समझाने का तरीका यह समझाया है कि आप क्वेश्चन के पहले सेंटेंस को रीवर्ड करें और टाइटल ऑफ द पिक्चर उसके अंदर ऐड कर दें. दिस विल टर्न इनटू योर ब्यूटीफुल इंट्रोडक्शन. अगर टाइटल ऑफ द पिक्चर भी पहले सेंटेंस के अंदर कवर हो गया, फॉर एग्जांपल 85 टू 90 यहां कवर हो जाता, मत लिखे. व्हीट एक्सपोर्ट ऊपर कवर हो गया, मत लिखे. मिलियन टन ऊपर कवर हो गया, मत लिखे. मगर जो चीज कवर नहीं हुई उसको उसमें जमा कर दें. इज इट फाइन? सो आई एम राइटिंग द इंट्रोडक्शन फॉर यू पीपल नाउ. So see how I'm writing. The line chart illustrates the comparative analysis of wheat exports to three multiple regions across the globe, full stop. Do not name the countries here in the introduction. We will name the countries in the overview. Do not try to expand yourself extraordinarily. If you will expand yourself extraordinarily, then you will include some of the things of the overview in your introduction. And in overview, we will repeat that and that will be a very poor impression. कभी भी overstretch खुद को ना करें for Pakistani students now. खुद को कभी भी overstretch ना. इंट्रोडक्शन में जितना मैंने बताया उतना लिखे. अगर मुझे नेम ऑफ द कंट्रीज लिखने होते तो मैं इनको मार्क करता, ये भी लिखना, ये भी लिखना, ये भी लिखना. आई हैव नॉट डन इट बिकॉज आई विल डू इट इन द ओवरव्यू. अगर आप खुद को ओवरस्ट्रेच करेंगे इंट्रोडक्शन में तो आप ओवरव्यू को खींच के ले आएंगे इंट्रोडक्शन के अंदर. जब ओवरव्यू के अंदर चीजों को दोबारा लिखेंगे वो रिपीटिशन हो जाएगी, और अगर रिपीटिशन हो जाएगी तो दिस विल पुट अ वेरी पुअर इंप्रेशन ऑन द एग्जामिनर. सो मैंने क्या लिखा है? द लाइन चार्ट illustrates the comparative analysis of wheat exports to three multiple regions across the globe. Full stop. Across the globe. So I have missed the year over a span of 5 years from 1985 to 1990, full stop. The export quantum is presented in million tons, full stop. The export quantum is presented in million tons, and I am done with my introduction. I will send you this booklet today after the class, and this will be with you. How Zeeshan have written the introduction of this first question. Look at this one. The line chart illustrates the comparative analysis of wheat exports to three multiple regions across the globe over a span of 5 years from 1985 to 1990. The export quantum is presented in million tons. जब भी दो लाइनें साथ साथ होंगी जी, whenever there will be two lines together, we will use a word comparative analysis. We can use the word analytical analysis. We can use the word analytical comparison. Yesterday, I have done the whole vocabulary. I have done the vocabulary yesterday, and I have given you the multiple synonyms for these all words. And even for the start, illustrate, shows, expresses, highlights, depicts. I have given you many synonyms yesterday from which you can start the first sentence of your answer. So now it is the way of writing the introduction. It is the first introduction I did. Let's have another exercise of the introduction. ये पहला सवाल था. The second question is for you that you will write on it. I have written one introduction of the line chart. You will write the second question introduction after the class or even in the class. This is the second question. Look at the question, what it says. The question says, I'm going to highlight the question, what it says. The question says, the following bar chart shows the different modes of transport used to travel to and from the work in one European city in 1960, 1980 to 2000. Summarize the information. Okay. So now it is the first sentence of the question. I will reword this one for my introduction. Here is the title. Okay. So this title, transport modes, covered in the first sentence of the question. European city covered, 1960, 2000 covered. So no need to add this title into your introduction because everything of the title is already covered in the first sentence. Title का दोबारा लिखना जरूरी नहीं है क्योंकि पहले sentence में सारा cover हो गया title. Is it done? I will be simply rewording that now to make the introduction. मिसाल के तौर पे, the following bar chart, the graph shows, illustrates the comparative analysis of different multiple modes, methods of transport, traveling used, adopted to travel and from work, adopted by कौन जाता है office? Who goes to office? Workers. In one will remain one. European city will remain European city over a span of 40 years from 1960 to 2000. Okay, so I have reworded it. I'm going to write the introduction of this question now. Look at this, how I will make it. It is introduction to. Okay, so now I'm going to write it. The bar chart illustrates the comparative analysis of the multiple methods, multiple mediums of traveling adopted by the workers in one European city over a span of 40 years from 1962, 2000, full stop, and that's all. That's all from the newsroom. Wow, what I did, I have reworded the first sentence of the paragraph of the question, and I was to add title of the picture there into, but unfortunately, all words of the title were already covered in the first sentence. Is it done? Tell me, is it done or not? Are you following what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
That's wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now go for another question. Let's go for another question. What the next question is? This next question is yours. You people will design the introduction in the class today. And then the next question, question number 1 was mine, second was yours, the third was mine, the fourth will be yours. It is the next one. It is the next one. The next question is the table question. What the question says that the table below shows, the table below gives the information about the average annual spending of the university students in 3 countries. There is no title here. Okay, so now there is no title, so we will not add any title. जानी छुट्टी पाकिस्तानियों, जानी छुट्टी टाइटल से, है ना? जिंदगी आसान हो गई है. So now the table below gives information about the average annual spending of the table will remain table. Gives, provides, illustrates information, comparative analysis of the information, data about relating to average, approximate, annual, yearly spending, expenditure of university students, three different multiple countries, states across the globe. Is it done or not? Is it done or not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So write introduction number 3. Introduction 3. So now I'm going to write introduction. The table provides the comparative data relating to the approximate yearly expenditures made by the university students in 3 multiple states across the globe. Full stop. What I did, the table provides the comparative data relating to approximate yearly expenditures made by university students in 3 multiple states across the globe. So it is a third introduction I have completed. Is there anybody in the class who could say me, sir, I did not understand? पाकिस्तानियों के लिए है कोई क्लास में मुझे कहे कि मुझे समझ नहीं आया इंट्रोडक्शन कैसे लिखना? क्या पता अभी भी कोई शेयर हो, बताओ मुझे. कोई एक बंदा क्लास में, what I did, how to write the introduction of the summary question. Take the first sentence of the question, reword that, then add title of the picture there into. बस जहां लाइन साथ साथ हो वहां पे use the word comparative analysis. Okay, now for Pakistanis, पहला सेंटेंस लें जनाब सवाल का, उसमें टाइटल ऐड कर दें, रीवर्ड कर दें जनाब इस सारे को, जहां पे डेटा साथ साथ चल रहा हो, लाइन साथ साथ, टेबल साथ साथ, डेटा साथ साथ, कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस का वर्ड यूज कीजिएगा. टाइम गैप आए, ट्रैक, टेन्योर, स्पैन का वर्ड यूज कर लीजिएगा. दिस विल डिजाइन योर होल इंट्रोडक्शन. Okay, so get ready for the exercise. You have 5 minutes break, then you will be back in the class and you will be doing your introduction, sitting in my class by yourself. We'll be sending your man regularly, side by writing all 3 for question number 2, for question number 4, for question number 6. You will write your introductions by yourself and you will send that to ma'am at the spot in the class while sitting in the class. There is no There is no gap. I will be restarting the class exactly after 5 minutes. Inshallah.